Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boy Cutlery. Hey, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, I love you. You have a place here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, we don't break the damn law best of our ability. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So today, we're doing a knife that was sent to me by Rusty Knife Lover. It is the Civivi Riffle. Believe I'm saying that right. It's made of 14C 28N blade steel. Now, Jared over at Neeves Knives did a masterful job on a video with this knife a few months ago. I'm going to link that in the description. Jared has a way, is a great communicator, and he's very knowledgeable, and he does a far better job on the technical aspects of the knife, and I'm going to send you and link that video, so check him out. Here's the deal, guys. Certain knives I see, I just have a connection with. Can't explain it to you. This is one of them. I like this knife so much, I bought it. Now, it has a 3.5-inch blade. It's a drop point. And again, it's 14C 28N. It's a 4.5-inch handle. That really sticks out to me more than anything else. Of course, they are micarta scales. Very, very comfortable. It's a liner lock. It's carried in a right hand tip up configuration. Now, here's the deal. Over the past few months, I've been kind of thinking about the direction of the channel, how I wanted to head, how I wanted to proceed, what I wanted to do. And here's the deal. When it comes to choppers, I got that down. I love doing them. Y'all know I love doing them. They're my favorite knife. When it comes to pocket knives, and I say this often, I am truly a novice. Now, what does that mean? It means I'm a novice when it comes to terms and technical aspects of the knife. As far as like a work knife in some heavier industries, I know what I like. I know what works for me. As far as the nuances of the knife, I'm absolutely a novice. But I have purpose in my heart to get better, to bring better reviews, clear reviews. But I was thinking about it. How do I want to do it? I'm not real good on the technical parts. Y'all know that. Calling them a test, well, is it really a test? So here's my thing. Outside of holding the damn knife off camera, so you can only imagine what it's capable of doing, like I did there. I'm going to show. Here's what we're going to do. We're not going to. Probably won't call them tests, but I want to show you everyday knife stuff. What guys like you and I do, guys and girls like you and I do, every damn day. That's the way we're going to proceed. Now, a lot's going to be made out of the cutout in the blade. Some are going to like it, some are not, some it's not going to bother. I actually fall into the category of I don't give a shit. That is a real category. I'm in that one. Somebody's going to say, well, Scab, it's got to be a little heavier duty. Yeah, I know that office job's rough. You never get out in the woods, but you need a heavy duty knife. Listen to me. Not every knife has to be overbuilt tanks made for the end of the world. I'm just telling you. Now, if that's what you like, cool on you. I love them. I carry a Medford Praetorian T, a Billy Wah, a bunch of huge cold steel folders. So I am in that category. No, I don't need them, but I like them. Emerson's, I like all the heavy duty stuff. But there's a knife like this that I would consider a Sunday go to meeting knife or a date night knife. Matter of fact, Megatron and I are hitting up Food Truck Friday. I'm going to have this knife with me. I might have to open a taco or something. You never know. I will carry another knife, but this is a great knife. And I love the blade shape. I love a drop point or spear point, whichever one you want to call it. The 28CN or 28C, 14C 28N steel, it's a great budget steel. Now, I'm not exactly sure of the grind. I know it's a flat grind, and there we go, off camera again. Attaboy, Scab. I'll realize it here in a minute and fix it, I think. While I'm doing this and dicking around, let's talk about the grind. I believe each side is like a 28-degree edge bevel. I'm pretty sure that's right. It might be a little less than that. I'm not sure. I've seen a couple different things on it. I do know that this knife was sharp as shit. It's got some pretty good jimping on the back, although it's comfortable, but it is aggressive. It's not uncomfortable. Now, one of the things that I do a lot, guys, in order to try to get better, and I'm dead serious when I say this, I use a knife every damn day of my life every day, whether I need to or not, much to Megatron's chagrin. You see wood flying everywhere between the dogs eating it and it getting all over everything. I like using knives. I use a lot of different pocket knives. I use a lot of knives that I don't necessarily like or am comfortable with. Try to use them every day to get better with them. See, there's a difference in liking a knife because you like the aesthetics, you like the steel, you like the way it handles. And there's or you don't like a knife, you don't like the aesthetics, you don't like how it handles, you don't like how it feels. There's a difference in that and not liking a knife because you've never tried to use it. Make sense? Makes sense to me. It probably don't, but it makes sense to me. So, having said that, every night, every day, at some point, I sit down and I dedicate about an hour with a pocket knife of some sort. Now, this one I have used a lot. Remember, the first one I showed you was the Spartan Payless, and we will have a full review on it. There's the jimping on the back. We'll have a review on the Payless, and Rusty sent like 8 knives. Okay, so we got to do all 8. I've got a Bark River I got to do and get JR his knives back, and I've got a couple of knives in, just big choppers, okay? But here's the deal. I showed you all the Spartan Payless, and then I picked this one up. I showed you a TRM, I believe. But the whole time, I've had this one in my pocket. I just really, really like this knife. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about price point. It's a Civivi. It's $55, guys, on Amazon. I'm going to put a link in the description. Yes, it's an Amazon affiliate link. Please be careful when you're using those. There's Scab looking good in his Crocs and socks. I've wore work boots all week, so we're taking a break. Now, double check, guys, when we put the affiliate links, just please do your due diligence. I try to give you the best link I can. Just do your due diligence. Now, we did the zip tie test there. One thing I love about this blade shape, and whether it was on this knife or another blade shape, however you want to cut it, I like the fatter belly. I like a drop point. I like this knife. It's made for slicing. You see in the upper right hand corner, it just cuts straight through that plastic. No problems whatsoever. This knife does have a slight sharpening choil. Now, in the video that Jared did, and we'll use Neeves Knives as our shout out today. In the video that Jared did, he actually took a Dremel and made a little bit bigger sharpening choil on his. I'm going to link that video again. Check it out. Tell him Scab sent you. It's a great video, and he really, really, really does a magnificent job. But he is good also with doing some mods. And I'll tell you another shout out I got is Salty Red Corn, Brothers in the Knives. Salty's really, really, really underrated. Get over there, get him a like, get him a subscription. And while we're talking about it, Donnie B All Day is marching to 10,000. Make sure you subscribe to D-Bad. I can't imagine any of you not being, but make sure that you are. Let's take care of those 3. All right, Brothers in the Knives, Neeves Knives, and Donnie B All Day. Now, with so many videos coming up, we're going to get back into our heavy shout outs. That's just part of the program. Now, there's our commercial. Back to the knife. This is that old piece of oak that I got. This knife had no problem with it. We even hit a little bit of a dead spot in there, and I knew we would. I knew it was in the wood, and it had no problem taking care of it. Now, going back to just trying to show you stuff that knife guys do. Here's some water hose. I pulled it right out of my damn hand. I probably should have got a little longer piece. I didn't, but the knife cut it, no problem. No problems here. Pulled it out of my hand again. That a Boy Scout. That's just part of getting old, guys. Your grip goes. It's one of the first things that go. So I'm told. Now, we're going to cut this. We're going to cut some paracord. Now, watch throughout this video. We cut a lot of different mediums with this knife. The knife had no problem. It's very, very thin behind the edge. It's a very light knife. It's good in pocket. I really, really, I'm telling y'all, I bought one. I love it. I'll probably send a new one to Rusty as a thank you. But again, right here, went right through there very easily. No problems whatsoever. It just works, guys. The knife just works. And again, The cutouts, the aesthetics, that's going to be personal choice right there. Does it bother me? No, because it just doesn't. The knife functions insanely well. I love the belly on this knife. I love the functionality of the knife. I love that it has a 4.5-inch handle. I can't, guys, listen, seriously. It is an incredible, now there you go. You can see my hand fills it up, but it's a very, very comfortable knife in hand. You'll see me do this a lot during pocket knife videos, opening and closing, opening and closing. There, I was trying to make sure the damn camera was on. Now, rides good in the pocket. And here's part of that, this sidewall tire. Now, I didn't do a stab test with this one. I didn't feel the need. I just didn't, and I still don't think there is. It's got a point on it, and it'll stab. We do the stab test with our heavier knives. I'm not doing it with this one. One of the reasons y'all see me do the Donnie B all day, throw it at the stump test and the Donnie B all day drop test. One of the reasons we do that test with liner locks, yeah, we want to test the balance. Yes, we want to test the tip. Yes, we're kind of making sure the edge don't roll. The other thing is we want to see if that liner lock holds up. Not a problem. I gave it some pretty good hard downward throws as well. So overall, thoughts on the knife? Freaking love it. I love it in the pocket. Again, it's a date knife. It's a Sunday go to meeting knife. That works. That functions. That comes in very handy. I love the micarta scales. I personally, like I said, there's some pretty good balance on it. See it there? Now, right here, this is a test I really like to do with this water hose. Now, you see at no time the water hose doesn't collapse, and that's just because this is a very, very thin edge, made for cutting, made for slicing, and that's exactly what this test shows. That's exactly what this does. I don't know. Hell, y'all help me figure it out. Knife stuff, test, whatever. Test sounds a lot more technical than what we do, I assure you. What we do is go play with a damn pocket knife. Hopefully you like it, and move forward. I can tell y'all this. Some people are going to balk because, it's a Civivi. Some people are going to balk because it's got a cutout in the handle or in the blade. Some people are going to balk, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I get it. Knives, however, are subjective, and my goal is not to sell you a knife. My goal is to tell you the good points. So there's 1,000 guys on the internet that'll tell you what's wrong with it. 1,000. Most of them sit at a desk or never use one. Okay. I want to show you the knife works. That's the point. Or if it don't, show you that. Hell, you never know. Well, guys, we've got about a minute left. I love y'all. God knows I do. And I am so appreciative to each and every one of you for all of the support. Here we're going to do a little push test, for all of the words of encouragement, for sticking with us, for growing, for riding with us, for bearing with us through this past week. Thank y'all. I cannot say that enough. Vets, again, don't fight this fight alone. You're welcome here. Believe that. Well, guys, listen. My guy Mikey, whom I love, says it best. He says, Scab, never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. Mikey's true. I'm Scab. You're not. This is the Civivi Riffle. I bought the damn thing. I'm gone, son.